Hey guys, so today in this YouTube video, what we're going to be doing, we're starting the next room of the project, and honestly, I have no idea what to put in here, so while I break this out, I'm just going to think of what I should put in here. Also, expect a lot of coughing this video. I don't know, I might be sick or something, but yeah. Think of the room. Usually if I just look around my room, I think I could find something, find an idea. I can only think of like a weird merchandise store, where you could buy stuff for being at the end island, but that would be a little weird. And like the mountains, I just feel like, already I don't like how I'm, well, this just makes it feel more like a national park, if that makes sense. It's just, what I mean is, you see the mountains here, and then there's this just to be a, and it's all it is some kind of entire place. So, I don't know about merchandise store. Sorry, I was thinking of something funny. I'm just trying to look around my room. Oh, I have a good idea. Actually, yeah, this is a very good idea, and this kind of is foreshadowing a future part of the project that I'll get to. And by the way, I'll be done with this part of the project by the time the summer starts, and then I'll actually get to the tunnels in the outer end islands. This project might take nearly 2 years. I've not been motivated to work on this summer, so I'm sorry about that. Hopefully next summer when I'm working on, it'll be most likely the outer end islands. And I don't know, honestly, about making a full-on connection and like sort of circle around in the outer end islands. I'll think of that. Because that's a little crazier than I thought. Okay. Anyways, so what am I going to be foreshadowing? Well, I want to let's dig like 1 block higher and then see where this is. I'm going to build, I don't know if I would consider this a greenhouse, but I would consider this a garden. A garden, that's what it is. Now, of course, you'd probably be wondering, where does the sunlight come from? Well, I had this as a cool idea. I'm thinking, since I'm going to have 4 tunnels going into the outer end islands, and one of them's going to be bird themed, which, if you study birds like me, I know, big nerd. Speaking of, I have a birds channel where I show footage of my bird feeders and also birds I encounter. Anyways, you don't have to check it out. As you know, birds would like sunlight. Then I came up with this really good idea, and we're going to be building with white glazed terracotta, and I don't know what to surround it in. I was thinking surrounding it with glowstone. Now, this is kind of a problem because since there's 1 door and we're going to do the full pattern to make a sun, it's not going to really be even. So I was thinking maybe I could, on this side, put the gardening equipment. That's a good idea. So let's put some stairs facing down. I'll just do birch. And then the floor. Okay. Then we're gonna have coarse dirt on the ground. So I should explain. Basically, I had this cool idea. It's kind of some random technology kind of in this case, but basically this technology, what it's doing is Sorry, I just can't get the, what? This makes no sense. The technology, it's like sort of, putting in sunlight, from Earth, if that makes sense. And that's so that it can light up plants. Sorry it took a while to explain. I kind of, forgot what I was thinking about. So let's put, like, some weird tall cactus. Now, unfortunately, I won't have sand, but instead of, placing cactus, let's just build a cactus. I recently learned that about trees, and I kind of wish I did that with trees in Minecraft. Instead of growing them, building them when using them in builds. I say when you just want like an ordinary looking city, it'd be nice to grow trees, but other than that, I'd say just build trees. And now we're gonna do that with cactus. We're gonna build some cactus on this instead of growing it. I have by my window. I showed this in the room tour. It's cactus. Well, it's Christmas cactus, and it grows in the dirt. So I'd say let's do Christmas cactus. And the reason why it's called that is because it blooms around Christmas, like it flowers. It's flowers. I will try and work on this off camera, especially, that reminds me. Okay, so unfortunately these tunnels up here will only have one room. So that's kind of going to be the low effort part of this project, but I just want to move on eventually. We still got to do this. Okay, so one. We did all the middle. Okay, so 2 left. So, okay, I actually need 1 room after this, so I don't think I even need to do stuff off camera. I start school in 2 weeks. I started on August 20th. And then that day, we're going to move on to the tunnels of the project that go into the outer end islands. And I'm probably actually going to make this project a lot shorter than I said. We're not going to connect them in the outer end islands. I will say I'm not going to spoil it, but I do have a really big mega project planned for this world. And speaking of, I got to make a community post about this. But like, this thing's going to be years in the world. I might stop playing on this world, but I'll explain why in the future. But I'll still play creative mode and make like insane projects. Okay, let's just say short things short. That didn't make sense. I've had this world for 3 years now, and before it was kind of a server that my friends played on, and I just don't like the builds. I'll explain in a community post probably a little further in the future, mainly because that mega project, which I plan to be the last of this world, and then I'm going to move on to insane projects I have planned for the next world. That might take a few years, in fact. It's crazy. It's a crazy idea I have. But I don't know. It might not be as crazy as I'm thinking of this. But I'm going to try my best. I'm not going to... let's just say, here's kind of my plan. And I'll probably, once I start, probably when I do this, basically, I haven't explained this in a while, so it feels weird. I'm going to do a mini project once I'm done with this project. This project will take nearly 2 years. I started in September of last year. And I want it to be longer than the Draper project, which, it's going to surpass that in November of this year, actually. Sorry, I can't. Oh, wait. I gotta think of blocks I want first. But, okay, I'm just gonna... Short story. So, probably nearly to September of next year. So, It'll take about 2 years, this project, but it'll be worth it. Then after that, I'm going to do a mini project. I'll make a community post, if I remember, talking about this world, and then I'm going to do the mega project, which will likely be the last of this world. But the new creative mode world, I'm probably not going to stop playing on for a while. The only reason I want to stop playing on this is because friends built in it, and I usually don't quit worlds, but yeah, don't worry. That's going to be years in the future, though. I'll think about it. Okay, so for this Christmas cactus, slime would look good, but it's see-through, and the Christmas cactus I, of course, have is not see-through. Emerald would look good, but... oh, what if I look on terracottas? Green terracotta, yes. And it has, like, little pink parts of it growing on top. So let's get some pink parts. What would be some good? I guess, yeah, pink terracotta looks kind of like the pink parts. I just want to think of this. Okay, let's not make it as giant. I want to make it giant, but let's not make it, like, insane. Let's see. Here, let's do this. And then there's like a weird part that would come out here. Oh wait, I did this wrong. Okay. I'm probably gonna dig out a bit more. Oh, this I have to explain every time I run into it. These are the pillars. I surrounded them with mossy cobblestone. And I just didn't want to dig out the obsidian in the middle. But yeah, that's it. I just sometimes would run into them. Okay. Oh yeah, let's build another one of these sunlight things. I forgot to put the glowstone here. And actually, I think I'd put them more all over this room. And I wanted to build it kind of differently. It's fine. Like, much larger. And in fact, then it would be centered perfectly, because I wanted to have like a weird middle piece going through it. So those sun parts were actually the corners. But that didn't go to plan. But it's fine. I could just put them all over. And I was also thinking, with the birds, building like a cool little, I guess it's a portal, and I guess you could say it slightly looks like an aether portal. But really, I want to build it maybe out of white glazed terracotta, or maybe I'll put it in the corners. Then I'll put something around it. But it could teleport them to Earth for fresh air. Because, I mean, even if you have like some crazy indoor environment that can supply literal sunlight, I think it would still be good to have portal to the Earth. That was kind of my idea. And I might use candles. Man, I was so excited like a year ago to build these. Now I'm kind of bored of the project. But I'll be done with this over the summer. I might actually end the video soon. I think once I fill in this, and I'm gonna on the ceiling put another sunlight thing. Then after that, I think I'm gonna end the video here. It's just it's getting kind of late. Well, not late in in July. I stayed up so much later than this, but it's getting late because I'm preparing for school, so I'm kind of going to bed earlier this month. I know I didn't really have to prepare for it for a whole month, but I mean, I just, especially because I have an early morning class, like very early, because I signed up for AP Geography, I especially I like to sleep for a while, so it'd be good to go to bed early. But yeah, I stayed up late in July. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.